I wouldn't be surprised if Jimmy Dore was a flat earther. Well, the Democratic Party said that the Earth was round, so I better go motherfucking check. Like, all right, let's go. Let's finish this video out. What's up, guys? This is me, Crimson6062. I want to say thank you to my patrons. If you want to help out the channel, please hit that like button and subscribe. Also, if you want to become a patron, the link is in the description. Please help this channel grow, and we can actually spread the word. I have one more thing that I want to actually cover. And Joe, I hope you stick around for this one section, because it's gonna be brain cancer, and we're gonna get your favorite fucking target. We're gonna get your favorite fucking target, because yeah. Let's talk about Jimmy motherfucking Dore. Oh god. All right. So Jimmy Dore has been pushing this ivermectin bullshit and not trusting the vaccination, even though he's gotten vaccinated. But yeah, like, no, he's really on this fucking hill. Oh god, let's hear what he has to say. Shall we, please?
In Israel, Israel's crisis is a dire warning to America. Guess what? There is a massive surge in COVID-19 infections in Israel, despite being one of the most vaccinated countries on earth.
All right, so, this is a Yahoo News article. Let me see if I can actually pull this shit up so we can follow along with Jimmy, because we know Jimmy always tells the complete story, even when it makes him look bad. He always tells the complete story because Jimmy is trustful and honest, and he doesn't make shit up out of whole cloth or sounds very vindictive or anything of that nature, because Jimmy is on the left. Yeah. No, I couldn't get that shit out myself. Here, what was the... All right, and it is funny because he's using a isolated case in one area where, you gotta be kidding me. Wait, I want you guys to see this, right? I want you guys to see this. Now, this is his title that he has, right? This is his title that he has. COVID surges among vaccinated in Israel. Literally, he doesn't even like. Yeah, sure, okay. Let's just bring up the article, okay? Sure, let's go. All right, let's go.
In June, there were several days with 0 new COVID infections in Israel. The country launched its national vaccination campaign last year and has one of the highest vaccination rates in the world, with 80% of citizens above the age 12 fully inoculated. COVID, most Israelis thought had been defeated. Fast forward 2 months later, Israel reported 9,831 new diagnosis cases in one day, a hairbreadth away from the worst day figure ever recorded in the country, 10,000 at its peak during the third wave. More than 350 people have died.
So, wait a minute. You're telling me that one of the most heavily vaccinated places in the world has, what, an infection rate of about 10,000? What is the U.S. infection rate for COVID? Let's see if I can actually get this. Now, keep in mind, 43.5 million. Almost 700,000 deaths. Current 7-day average 106,000. 106,000. But let's go.
Of the disease in the first 3 weeks of August. In a Sunday press conference, the directors of 7 public hospitals announced that they could no longer admit any coronavirus patients. The principal cause of Israelis' current predicament are the dominance of the extremely infectious Delta variant, along with the worrisome decrease in vaccine efficacy after about 6 months.
So he even says what the problem is. The new strain, the Delta strain, which is still, the vaccine is still effective against. But the fact that people thought it was over and start relaxing the precautions that they had before. It's almost as if people are treating it as a pandemic and the pandemic is over, which it is not.
Israel vaccinated its population almost exclusively with the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine, which received full FDA approval in the United States. But in early June, with citizens over the age of 60 almost completely vaccinated, Israel scientists began observing a rise in infections among the double vaccinated. In order to keep the number of COVID deaths down and avoiding a fourth national lockdown, Israel has embarked on an aggressive effort to provide all adults with boosters in a matter of weeks.
Oh, God. And I just saw that, Joe. Jimmy is ignorant about a lot of shit. Like, he is ignorant about a lot of shit. He's ignorant that, it's a chance that Trump would win and the Republicans will actually fall in line. And if that would happen, the moon would fall into Lake Michigan. Oh, wait. Yeah. Let me go check the motherfucking Lake Michigan. Jimmy is ignorant about a lot of shit. And the fact that he doesn't understand rates of exactly what's going on. Okay, so here's the thing. And I kind of hate this because, like, I had so much hesitancy about getting the vaccination, but it was for a totally, illegitimate reason. But it was for a reason other than I'm fucking scared of needles. But the fact that when you see the efficacy rate of the vaccination at the lowest, 93%, that if you are infected with the fucking virus after receiving the vaccination, your chances for going in the hospital are what, 1%? The fact that these motherfuckers act as if, because the vaccine isn't 100% completely reliable, then you should throw the fuck away. That's like, and I'm gonna steal this from some people. That's like getting in a car and saying that some people die from the use of seatbelts, so I'm not going to wear any seatbelts. That's like sitting back and saying, well, condoms are 99% effective, but that 1%, fuck it, raw dog all the time. This is literally the mindset these people have. Because it's not 100% effective, and they can't start acting a fucking fool because we're still in the middle of a pandemic. Well, then I might as well not do it. Wow. But let's get back.
Israel will then reconfigure its vaccine green passports, granting them only to the triple vaccinated and limiting their validity to 6 months. So let's talk about this. So can you shed any light on what's happening? I thought if everybody got vaccinated, we could beat the virus, but that doesn't seem to be happening. Can you explain that at all?
Yeah, that was poor messaging from our health officials from the very beginning. We said, take the vaccine and you could get your life back. But that's not how it works. We all knew that these antibodies were going to wane off. And the reason why is last year when we were looking at patients that had COVID.
Okay, so here's my thing. You never see these motherfuckers rail against the flu vaccine. You never see these motherfuckers rail against any other vaccine or inoculation that we literally have. All they rally against, well, it's new, so I don't like it. The fuck? Nobody's an anti-vaxxer when it comes to polio, you dumb fuck. Even for people that don't fucking trust vaccines. You see people in countries where they're dirt poor and they've been ravaged by fucking diseases. Polio vaccine? Fuck, give it to me. Give it to me. And if you have a problem with pharmaceutical companies making so much money off of it, good, I'm right with you. Let's nationalize the pharmaceutical companies. But let's continue. Who is this dumb fuck right here? And I don't know if he's a dumb fuck or not, but he's on the Jimmy Dore show. And like if he's on a Jimmy Dore show, more than like he's a dumb fuck. Let's continue.
Natural immunity and looked at their antibodies. A lot of them started, about 5-6 months after the infection. Many of them didn't have antibodies. Well, they started out with a high level. So when you look at natural immunity from last year, it was natural that the antibodies from the vaccine, like we all knew in medicine, they were going to wane off over time. We just didn't know how long it would be. I think we all knew, because if you were looking at the natural immunity from last year in the studies, then most likely, these vaccines are probably the immunity is probably going to last you about 4, 5, 6 months, maybe a little bit longer. But you know what's interesting is like when the vaccines were rolled out at the end of the year, last year, people were talking about, some study came out saying it's going to be 5 years of protection. There was a lot of these things that were not based on really any science, but these things were.
Wait. Oh my God. These people don't fucking understand science. Yes. And if you know what happens? You know what happens if everybody gets vaccinated within the 6-month time frame and the inoculations last 6 months? You know what happens? The virus dramatically decreases. That's what happens. That's what fucking happens. Okay. All right, let's go.
Pushed out, because then now people will have more confidence and they will go run out and get the vaccine. So I'm protected for the next 5 years. Well, this is not unexpected. The antibodies have waned off. The new variants they're escaping the antibodies. They're not effective. So it's a combination of both of them. And now we're in the situation where, we've got to give another jab, and there's no data to support that. And Israel obviously considers to be fully vaccinated, having.
Wait. No. Wait. You telling me that this fucker right here is an anesthesiologist? This motherfucker just puts people to sleep. They don't even have to be a doctor to do that shit. They just have to be certified to do it. Oh, wow. What? Like, does it have who he is? He doesn't have who he is. Wow. This fucker. Okay, let's go.
3 vaccines. And, here's the other thing is there are many countries that we still don't have, these poorer countries don't have vaccines. And here we are.
Okay, if you want to say that we shouldn't be worried about booster shots in the U.S. in order to give first or second doses to poorer countries, I'm with you. I am fucking with you. Try to eradicate that shit. But you are literally saying that, it's not 100%, so we shouldn't do it. The fuck? Here. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. Is this fucker is an anesthesiologist specialist in York, PA, and has over 13 years of experience in the medical field, doesn't mean immunology, and he graduated from the University of Missouri Medical School in 2008. And wow. Okay, let's go.
Western world and we just jabbing everyone away. But here's the other thing: it's like we think we live in a bubble. Like those people don't even exist in these other countries that don't have access. For example, I have friends in New Zealand.
Yeah, no. Now they put it up there.
Okay, let's go.
In Australia, I mean, the numbers of people in those countries, they don't have, but most of them are not vaccinated. I think something like 20% of Australia is vaccinated. So why aren't we rolling the vaccines out to those countries to help them out? And what is shown in the Pfizer and Moderna trials was the effectiveness was about 93%, maybe 92% after one shot. The second shot was a booster. So why not hold off on that? Why did they come up with the 3 weeks after? Why not wait for three months after to get the second shot? You get a longer immunity for you can stretch this out a little bit more.
So he just said it. The reason why this shit is so fucking backwards and so fucking stupid. 92 to 93%. In some cases, 98%. Of course you get the fucking vaccine. And the way it was explained, because I did ask the same question, the way it was explained, you have to have a certain viral load for your body to be able to know to fight it off. And I'm sorry, like, you're a fucking anesthesiologist, not an immunologist. You dumb fuck. Huh. Let's go.
None of this makes really any sense. And I think the Israel thing is really coming to light because we were thinking, oh, they're fully vaccinated. I think it's a combination, as this article was saying. The antibodies have gone down. You've got this new Delta variant. You've got many other variants now that are popping up. But here's the other interesting thing. The boosters, they're not for the new variants. They're for the old variants.
You're kidding.
Nope.
So how could they?
And I don't.
So Delta is more effective. If you're vaccinated, you can still get the Delta. You can still get sick with the Delta. It's breaking through. They're called breakthrough infections, right? And so you're saying the boosters don't deal with the Delta?
No. And you know, one of the interesting things was when.
Okay. Time to just Wikipedia this shit. Effectiveness against the it's right there. That's an ad. Okay, so the effectiveness of the COVID-19 vaccines against the Delta variant. Background, because we're reading the abstract. The variant is severe acute respiratory syndrome, coronavirus 2. The virus that causes coronavirus disease 2019 has contributed to the surge in cases in India and has now been detected across the globe, including notable increase in the United Kingdom. The effectiveness of that vaccines against has been unclear. Results among the Alpha variant, 48% was tested and was 95 effective. To 51. I'm really not understanding that part. 93%. Wait, is that the same one? Let's do conclusions. The only modest differences in vaccine effectiveness were noted with the Delta variants as it compared with the Alpha variant after the receipt of 2 vaccine doses. Absolute difference in the vaccine effectiveness were marked after the reception of the first dose, finding that it will support efforts to maximize vaccine uptake within 2 doses among vulnerable populations. In other words, the vaccines were almost effective, and it was a statistical error that it wasn't effective. Like, literally, they have studies, and let's see if it has dumbed down. So, among the Delta variant, vaccines are highly effective against severe illness, and that's what you're trying to avoid. You're trying to avoid hospitalization because coronavirus is not going away. Oh my God. Wow. So they know it's effective. They know it's effective. the fact is they're trying to spread misinformation. Now make up more than 99% of new coronavirus infections in the United States. There's been an increase in hospitalization in a few months. And the majority involve unvaccinated people. Like, we know that it's about getting vaccinated. But let's
when the
continue.
mRNA vaccines were rolled out, one of the benefits behind the mRNA is, one, the scalability and in a very quick time, which was made very attractive. And two, if they could change the code very quickly, just in a matter of a couple of weeks, to confer protection against new variants. And my understanding, and I was thinking for a little while, maybe these new boosters, and I've talked to a couple of public health officials and people with the vaccine research. Actually, one person on our team was in the Pfizer trial.
Okay, yeah, let's do this. Here we go. All right. Oh shit. Oh no, that's contribute. I'm sorry. The purpose of the site is educational. Everyone that's listed on the site was or is an anti-vaxxer activist who helped spread COVID-19 information on social media. Share to stop others from making the same mistake. Yes. Steve Quill. Okay. Yes. Here we go. Steve Quill, 70, Bozeman, MT, radio collaborator, anti-vaxxer, hospitalized with COVID. According to this post and many others, Steve Quill has been hospitalized with COVID. Apparently, he's wearing a bracelet to say no ventilation, according to Rational Wiki. Steve Quill is an extreme right-wing conspiracy theorist, pseudo-historian, religious fundamentalist, doomsday fearmonger, gold bug, and radio kublatter. That sounds stupid. He combines biblical raptures with chemtrails, oh god, and Bigfoot, and strokes about every doomsday conspiracy theory anyone has ever come up with, including that the vax is for depopulation and is not a tool, and is a tool of Satan. He's a regular on Coast to Coast AM and many other Kubuka shows, whatever. This guy's a piece of work. This is from his own website. Steve Quill is nationally known radio host. Survive to thrive, and Coast to Coast photographer and author of a number of important books, including Breathe No Evil, God, that aged well, and a primer for understanding bioterrorism, the first published in 1996. Additionally, he has authored Angel Wars, Giants, Lone Walkers, Blueprints. Wait, Angel Wars, humanity hangs in a balance with secret, powerful forces aligned against us. Giants, master builders of prehistoric and ancient civilization. God of War, we found it. No, okay. The return, Lone Walkers, the return of the Nephilim. Oh God, blueprints for survival, investment prospects on precious metal. We got to get that grift money somewhere. Aliens and fallen angels, the sexual corruption of the human race. Oh God. Okay. Genesis 6, giants, master builders of prehistoric and ancient civilization. Wow. Okay. Oh, wow. Wow. The Great Deception and what you need to know and to survive. Wow. He promoted ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. And now Steve Quill is in the hospital with pneumonia, sending him might Yuha angels and Yahshua in Yahshua's name. Wow. Oh God. Breaking news update. Steve Quayle is in a hospital and is wearing a bracelet that says no ventilation, and his wife has informed the hospital staff that under no circumstances should Steve be ventilated. His blood oxygen level is improving. Like, I know he's thinking to his son. I know his wife. Damn it! Thought I was gonna be over with this motherfucker. Oh God! I know she was thinking like, damn it! I thought I was gonna be done with this motherfucker. He was in the hospital and everything, right? But let's get back to the video. We almost finished, guys.
At NYU, Dr. Parikh, and she said, no, they're giving a booster for the old vaccine. And I don't know the reason why it's not been configured for these new variants.
So let me ask you this. This is a question that...
Because the variants are effective. The vaccine is effective against the variants. But let's go.
No, so people like to bring this up. They compare the vaccine for COVID-19 with like the measles and mumps and polio. So why do I have immunity from polio forever, but I don't get with that vaccine, but I don't get immunity from COVID-19 forever? Well, tell me the difference.
So a lot of those...
Wait. Okay. Let's do this. How do you spell it? Okay, how many doses of the measles, mumps, and rubella? Children, the CDC recommends that all children get 2 doses of the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine, starting the first dose at 12 through 15 months of age, and the second dose at 4 through 6 years of age. You literally have 2 doses of the vaccine. And yes, this is a different type of vaccine. This is motherfucker. This is like this motherfucker is saying, why can't I just get a flu vaccine and be flu free for the rest of my life? It doesn't work like that, Chief. Okay.
Vaccines are, either live attenuated or they're weakened viruses, like a full virus or like an intact virus that's either been weakened or killed off in the process. And you introduce that to the body, and then your body makes a full antibody or a full immune response. So you have your antibodies, you have then a T cell response. When we are using this mRNA technology, we're only targeting one component of the virus. We're only targeting the spike protein. Because why the spike? That is the thing that is infecting the cells, that infects the cells of the body. So what they've done is build antibodies against the spikes so that it prevents it. If you do get infection again, it then will neutralize those spikes from the vaccine. So you're not being introduced to a weakened virus. You're not introduced to a dead virus or an inactivated virus. You're introducing a little piece of it. And that could probably be a reason why you're not having a robust immune response, let's say from a live attenuated or...
So, oh God. His reasoning of what he actually explained is the reason why. What was Jimmy's original point to the article? It was that people who have been vaccinated have been testing positive for COVID. That was his original point of the article. The fact is, if you're vaccinated, one, your body can still get infected with COVID, but that doesn't mean that you would have the symptoms. You would be asymptomatic, or you would, like, it's not a fucking, when they stick you in the arm, it's not a COVID shield. What it does is it helps your body fight off the COVID as if you were getting infected. So yes, you can get infected with COVID after being vaccinated. It's not a prevention of the disease, but it trains your body to destroy the disease better. That's what the vaccination is. And it's people that are too fucking stupid to understand. Because they'll say, well, if it's not going to prevent me from always getting the disease forever, then why should I get it? Because you dumb fuck, the people that are unvaccinated are the ones in the hospital mostly. But let's continue.
Weakened virus. Some of the other viruses, I believe there's the vaccines, the one from China is a live attenuated or an inactivated virus. They're not coding for the spike protein. So it'll be interesting. I've not seen any data yet out of China and the countries that have gotten the Chinese vaccine. It'll be interesting to see sort of how much of protection they're getting and compare it to the mRNA.
So why would they do it that way? So my reaction is, well, why wouldn't you do it the polio way, which is permanent? Why would you do it this way, which is temporary?
You can quickly roll this out. See what happens.
It's oh my god. Why do you need somebody who's not even an immunologist explaining this shit out? And yes, here's the thing. Vaccines normally take 18 months at the bare minimum to get started. We got this shit in what? 11, 13? This is the reason why you do the mRNA vaccines. Because they're quicker to actually get in and get out. But okay, let's go.
For a lot of the other vaccines, it's like there's this incubation period. A lot of times they put it in egg yolk. It takes months and months and months and months to get those vaccines. The thing with the mRNA, the technology is that you can scale it very quickly. So that was the attraction. You could get it to market quicker than some of the other platforms. Now, there are still other companies, believe it or not, Jimmy, and this is my argument I've made, is that we're so focused on these mRNA vaccines. But there are other platforms out there. For example, there's this company called Novavax. Novavax is probably going to be the fourth vaccine to get an EUA. I feel like the FDA has been dragging their feet. The EU regulators have been dragging their feet about it. But the data looks amazing. I know a lot of people who are on the clinical trials for Novavax.
So it's a complaint that, let's do this. Let's do, how many flu vaccines are there? There are 4 strains of the flu vaccine. And the virus strains are always changing. So you're telling me that other companies, it's bad because we have these mRNA vaccines and other companies are doing it, so you shouldn't take the main one? Come on now. This stupidity is hurting me. Okay, we're almost finished, guys.
They use a different technology. They are introducing a spike protein, but through a nanoparticles. They don't use mRNA to deliver the spike proteins. And then at the same time, there are all these other tiny biotech companies that have some really fascinating platforms. They're using I know we were talking about horse dewormer, but that's actually a horsepox vector. One company is doing that.
Now, okay. The only time you should be okay with horse in any type of inoculations or vaccination is like it was a traditional thing where they actually use the horse's immune system to actually cultivate vaccines. But no, don't eat the horse paste. Don't eat the horse paste. But okay, let's go.
There's another company that's using peptides to deliver the vaccine. So there's multiple different platforms. There's like over 100 different manufacturers that are making these vaccines, but we're not talking about it. There's a number of people that have told me, I do not want to take an mRNA vaccine, but I'll take a Novavax vaccine. It's staggering. I think we can close the vaccine hesitancy with approval of Novavax. I think we can get more people vaccinated by giving them more options.
Wait, his own fucking story that he told said is not ready yet. Like, wow. So what people don't get the emergency authorization, it's still required testing. It's just that testing that normally takes 2 years where okay. Let's do this. The reason why it's such a push for vaccinations across the fucking globe, and especially in the US, is because the fucking masters want the serfs to go back to work. Instead of riding this shit out where it's taking so much time. No, they want the shit to go right back to work. Pandemic? Fuck a pandemic. I have profits. Yeah, no, and I wouldn't be surprised if Jimmy Dore was a flat earther. Well, the Democratic Party said that the Earth was round, so I better go motherfucking check. Like, all right, let's go. Let's finish this video out.
Isn't that what America is about? Options and different. You give people different options and let them make a decision. So I personally feel like more resources, more focus should be going to some of these little tiny biotech companies. The problem is that they're running a trial because they're little tiny, looking at maybe 500 patients. When you got your big pharma, Pfizer, Moderna, they got 50,000, they got 100,000. So now when you got these statisticians that are looking at it going, oh, you don't have the numbers, your N is too small, it's only 500. And these little biotech companies, they're like literally scraping just to get by. So it's just but part of it is the how much the journalists and the media just do not let the public know about these other platforms.
Wait, he wants tools. Tools who? Oh God. I know he's a tool, but oh God. No. Okay. All right, let's let this finish out.
Give them that information. Even a big company like Nova.
Oh, the avid racist and the xenophobe and the person that's in a cult. No. What was she run for governor of Hawaii? She's literally from Hawaii. That's her state. That's what she was a representative. Okay. All right, let's
Novavax. Novavax has a 40,000 patient trial in the United States and Mexico, and another 30,000 patient trial in the UK. How many people know that? The number of people say, "Oh, I didn't know about Novavax." They're a big company. They are running big clinical trials right now. But why aren't we talking about that? Why don't we doing a report and saying vaccine hesitancy? People are nervous about mRNA technology. Okay, well, Novavax. This is the technology. Would you be willing to do it? I'm willing to bet half those people that are concerned about the vaccine, they would take it. And I've done a sort of an internal study or sort of talked to a lot. I mean, look.
What have you taken, you dumb fuck? Right, you're shilling for a biotech company, but what have you taken? Have you taken the vaccines? Why are you worried about the effectiveness? Have you taken the vaccines? Let's continue.
We have close to 10,000 patients that we're seeing, and most of them are not vaccinated because they're so nervous about worsening their long COVID symptoms and worsening their vaccination symptoms. And most of them are like, look, if the Novavax came out or a different platform, we would take it. So I think when we're framing these questions about anti-vax, they're not anti-vax. Maybe 10%, 15%, no matter what vaccine you give them, they're going to say, nope, I don't want it. But to say 50% of the country is anti-vax, no, absolutely not. It's disingenuous. I think we can close the gap by introducing more platforms and getting more approvals out there.
All right, so Jimmy let this motherfucker just come on and basically advertise for this Novavax bullshit, and never once did he push back, because one, Jimmy's too stupid to push back, and two, well, it wasn't talking about Nancy Pelosi or AOC or any woman that he thinks that he can bully. Now, of course, he's not going to talk back, But anyway, this brain cancer from Jimmy Dore is just unbelievably bad, and no, it's bullshit. This motherfucker literally is platforming somebody who's trying to shield to his audience, and I'm a fucking layman. I watch YouTube videos, read studies, and all that other good shit. Wikipedia Andy a lot of shit, but even I know that this anesthesiologist, he's just there to lend some motherfucking credence to the fact, oh, look, I have a doctor, and the doctor says that people are scared and they're right to be scared. No, the fuck they don't. And I'm sorry, a lot of these motherfuckers, I can guarantee you, are just afraid of needles. Like seriously. And their post hoc rationalization, not all, not most, but a lot of them are. And then you get people like Jimmy Dore, and I don't know his guess. Jimmy Dore has officially said that he has gotten vaccinated. But he's pushing this shit like, oh no, they just wanna control you with your vaccination with microchips and shit like that. Even though you carry around a motherfucking phone that gives you a GPS signal. But anyway, guys, if you can, please like this stream, follow, subscribe. If you're on Twitch, follow. And we're gonna end the section here.
If I gave myself the power